folks, it's me again, and I'm going to be ripping this piece of northern ash. As I said earlier, I've had this in my shop, I'm sure 20 years. I use these to make baseball bats, and I've used them for making them for little league teams and for my own pleasure and my grandkids. But also I used to make these in the demonstrations. But the other reason I like to show you this, really anytime that you are turning something on the lathe that's more than 2 inches in diameter, I guess, it's a pretty good idea to cut that down first on the bandsaw, and it just becomes much more manageable when you get it over there to the lathe. I have my dust collector set up and ready to go. I've already preset the speed on the Power Pro headstock, so that should be good, and we're just going to take a quick run through this. Remember, on your bandsaw, it's a great tool, but it's a little deceptive. It doesn't look all that dangerous, but it cuts faster than a table saw. So let's use all of our safety gear and just be careful. Okay? This is Doug Reid. Let's do a quick resaw. And you'll notice if I want to turn the machine off, I don't have to worry about cranking the handle down. I just turn the button off and then turn it back on, and I'm at the same speed, and I'm good to go. I tried to make the same cut on my old Mark V headstock a few minutes ago, and it just absolutely wouldn't do it. So with the Power Pro headstock and the bandsaw, works out just fine for those heavy resaw cuts. And we can save that for some other project. That's my piece of cut off oak, or northern ash, I guess that is. But you know, I tried cutting that on the table saw, and that was just a real chore. You can see how easy that is to do when you have the bandsaw set up properly and you have the big headstock on it. Works great. I read years ago a woodworking article where they asked people if you could only have one power tool, you know, the old on a deserted island question. You're on a deserted island, you can have only one power tool. And the predominant answer among professional woodworkers at that time was the bandsaw. And I was a young guy and didn't really understand that. I thought it would be the table saw. But having worked with tools for many years now, I would agree with that. The bandsaw can do so many things. You can cross-cut, you can rip-cut with it, you can resaw with it. But especially important, anytime you're getting something that's too big, too heavy, for the table saw, or something that's too small to safely handle. If I want to make stringings, for example, 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch, I'm not going to do that on the table saw, but I can do it on the bandsaw. Well, what I'm going to show you right now is I told you I use piece of baseball bats, and when I'm making baseball bats or really any larger turnings, I like to take the corners off first. It saves a lot of mess and a lot of time on the lathe, and the turning is just much easier if I get those corners down first. So what I've set up here for is just a quick demonstration of showing you how to take the corners off. And I don't get real precise with measuring this because I know I'm going to be turning some of that wood off anyway. But just to get that mass down, this is a great way to do it. So have a look, see what you do. Not a very precise octagon cut, but for taking the waste off in a hurry for bandsaw work it works just fine. I mean, for a lathe work it works great. If you're making something precise like a pencil post bed, obviously you'd want to measure this out, make sure you started off with a square blank, which I didn't do, and cut your corners off so they all come out the same. But that's the technique. Works great, and I hope you enjoyed seeing that. This is Doug Reid. See you soon.